Hey everyone, how's it going? It's me, Fashion Coder, and today I am going to be talking about what is going on with Ethereum and PulseChain and how Ethereum 2.0 being released, how that affects PulseChain, and everything that revolves around that. So let's first go into Ethereum. So, as you may know, Ethereum used to be a proof of work, and it's not anymore. So if we come to Ethereum's website, it's just ethereum.org, I want to show you something interesting that I found. So the merge is complete. Welcome to a new, greener Ethereum. So we click Learn More, and it tells us the merge is complete. Okay, interesting. So it goes into all this information, and I want to show you one specific part of this that I thought was really interesting. So you kind of have to scroll down just a little bit. But down here, it talks about what happened, okay? And these two bullet points are important. So ETH1, which was the proof of work, is now the execution layer, okay? Which handles transactions and execution, okay? So actually, we're not going to get to that yet. Okay. ETH2 is now the consensus layer, and so that handles the proof of stake. So, what does this mean? They are still using old code for the execution layer, okay? They did not move that out. They are still using ETH1 for that. ETH2 and everything with that is just the consensus layer, okay? So, this is great news for PulseChain. I had one of my friends reach out to me, and he will actually see this because he asked me about it, and I was like, hey, I'm actually going to make a video. So when that specific person looks at this, you will know. But I'm actually going to read you the questions that he asked me because they are really good questions. So the first question, is it bad for PulseChain that Ethereum 2.0 launched before it? No, it's actually not. So Ethereum 2.0 is an amazing thing to actually come out because it is open source, and because one of PulseChain's things is going to be that it's open source, what PulseChain is doing is they're going to look at the code, okay? And I made a video yesterday on the consensus layer, so I'll link it up here, and you can check that out of what that actually is and what that means. But this is super cool. So this code's out, and so the PulseChain developers are going to come in, look at it, and then, kind of figure out what they did, see if they have any bugs in it, which I'm sure they'll find them, and then they'll move forward in continuing what they're going to do, okay? Something that I want to note too, Richard Hart did talk about how on PulseChain that those developers have found bugs within Binance Smart Chain as well as Ethereum, and so they're at a really good point where they've found these bugs within these other chains, and they're able to go in and make sure that PulseChain doesn't have those specific problems. So super cool. So the fact that it came out is actually a good thing. It allows for our developers to go in and look at that. Okay, so that's number one good thing. Something else that was asked wasn't a lot of value of PulseChain in exactly what ETH 2.0 took care of. And so I think within that question is, if the proof of stake is what came out, isn't that one of the things that, PulseChain was going to do good at? And yes, they're going to do great on it. But the thing about PulseChain is ETH 2.0 was released, and the transactions, are they as fast? Are they as expensive as they were before? No, these things have not really been fixed. And that's what PulseChain will do. PulseChain is going to have super low fees when it comes to transactions. It's also going to have super low or super fast blocks. And so transactions are going to be quicker. So that's amazing as well. So those two things just in itself. I do want to mention that Ethereum does have I don't want to say spoof, but there is an ETHW, and so someone has gone in and forked the Ethereum, and it's proof of work, okay? So just like how PulseChain is going to be doing an airdrop, this ETHW just did an airdrop. Now, my own personal opinion, so this is not financial advice in any way, shape, or form, but I will not be looking at that until probably after PulseChain launches. I currently have a Trezor that I use for stakes, and then I also have a Trezor that is designated solely to my PulseChain, like sacrifices and everything like that. And I don't want either of those to touch that, because I mean, I don't want there to be any way that like my coins can be stolen. So if you are going to be doing something along the lines of going in and doing ETHW, you want to be extremely careful, because we have seen rug pulls the last, I don't know, 6 months. I mean forever, but like 6 months. And that's not something that you want to deal with. You don't want to lose all your coins. So I'm waiting. I might end up just getting another Trezor and doing everything on that specific Trezor for ETHW. But in a way, I do think it might not be the smartest idea. Something though is we have seen a 50x on Hex on that there. So I don't know. You can look into it, but like I personally am not going to really be doing anything with it, just because I don't want to risk anything at the moment. And you never know. People are scamming. I don't want to be scammed. So there's that whole side of things too. But all in all, PulseChain is going to be awesome. It is going to allow for the faster blocks. It's going to allow for lots of different bugs to be fixed that are already on other chains. It's cool. You know, there is going to be the airdrop. And because ETHW came out, we were able to see how an entire airdrop was done, because all of your coins are also duplicated over on ETHW. So that whole process was able to be seen by our PulseChain developers. And so they'll be able to go in and look at that too and figure that out of, you know, how that applies to the airdrop with PulseChain. And so the fact that PulseChain hasn't come out yet is actually okay, because it allows them to learn from other people's mistakes and then do better upon those. And I think when PulseChain gets launched, it also is going to be something where like there's going to be a lot of different things that are just better than, and like different than what you expected. So I think it's going to be awesome. Something that was just added to PulseX as an FYI was the limit order trading. So that's really exciting, but we're going to be okay. And hopefully PulseChain will launch soon. I would love to know when you think PulseChain is going to launch. I'd also like to know if you're going to be doing anything on ETHW. I've seen several tutorials on like what to do on there and be able to like buy Hex or whatever. But yeah, let me know what you're going to do. And I hope you'll have a great day, and I'll see you later. Bye.